listening to Eagle 102 KJFM Louisiana Bowling Green. 102.1 on your dial. KJFM Radio Eagle 102. Area High School Baseball is on the air. Every week, Eagle 102 brings you the best of area high school sports. On air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. Now to the diamond for high school baseball on your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.
We are at Clopton High School this afternoon, where we have the Hawks taking on Wright City. We're going to break down this emo conference matchup for you coming up as the Bowling Green Pharmacy pregame shows next here on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Advanced Physical Therapy, Rick Rodhouse Insurance Agency, and Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Don't have time to stop by the bank? That's not a problem if you're a customer of People's Bank and Trust. With our mobile and online banking service, you can now bank from anywhere. Deposit checks, pay bills, transfer funds between accounts, check the latest activity on your account, and view images of your checks, all from the convenience of your desktop and smartphone. So start banking on your schedule and download the People's Bank and Trust app today. People's Bank and Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC.
Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice is seeking compassionate nurses to join our work family. We offer competitive rate. Apply today at Pike
Family Drug in Louisiana. It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Well, we are here on this Thursday afternoon as we're hoping that the rain is going to hold off. It keeps trying to spit a few little things out at us, but so far so good. So our feeling is Mother Nature is going to let us get this conference matchup in today because it's senior night here at Clopton High School. So let's talk about the two teams a little bit. Wright City comes in with an 8-6 record. They just got a big win over, I shouldn't say a big win, it was actually a close game against Bowling Green here just a little bit ago. It was a 7-3 matchup. They lost to Ellsbury at 14-11. They shut out Mark Twain. They shut out Van Far. They got a 10-run rule on Silex, and they've dominated Louisiana. So they've kind of gone pretty well through the MO conference pretty handily, like I said, except for Ellsbury, and Clopton's really hoping they're going to change that tonight. Want to make this a tight game. Clopton comes in 5-8 on the season, so they've been in some really close ones, just haven't been able to quite find that link, that magic that they're looking for. But it's a group of kids. You got 4 seniors, and they're still in the rebuilding process. Looking down at some of the stats here for the Hawks, they have some pretty good batting averages. They're led by Tyler Jarrett. He's averaging .417 from behind the plate. Grillo at .350. Jenna Wine 278. Daskalakis, 265. Kuntz 250. Lindsay 250, and it kind of keeps going from there. So they're not doing bad at the in the batter's box. I know when talking earlier this season to Coach Tony Francis, one of the things that he mentioned was that they were going to be struggling with was probably pitching, and that they're really going to be working on that. So, we'll see how they've come to play against Wright City here in just a few moments as we have the meeting at the home plate between the umpires, and we have one umpire that is personally one of my favorites, Jerry Dorsey's. Going to be out in the field, I believe, this evening. Of course, had many years of watching him umpire these games, so may have to give him a little bit of a hard time. I've already let him know that as he walked by that it was probably going to happen. So he told me he expected nothing less. So that's going to take care of our setup between these two. Let's talk about keys to the game. That's coming up next here on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Castile's Color Wheel, PJ's Salon, and Meyer Implement Company.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
The most complete coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102, and it's brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Mercantile Bank, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Keys to the Game on KJFM, sponsored by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate in Louisiana.
They're doing their starting lineups. We can get to those starting lineups as well. I think really tonight is going to be like it's been most of the last couple of weeks as we're getting closer to postseason. Getting those runs on the boards is, really getting runs on the board early is, really what the big key here is. It seems to work really well over the last several games we've done. Those who score first and get a couple up there seem to give that confidence to their pitcher and is able to, help them secure that run. Of course, pitching also going to be key as well as, making sure the pitching's there and you're throwing strikes in there so that you're letting your defense back you up on those hits. So that's kind of sort of where your keys are tonight. We'll look for, make sure we don't have those defensive errors out in the field. Make sure you keep that ball infield wherever you can, so on and so forth. So, the keys are pretty basic for every game, kind of like they are with the, basketball and things that way as well. So that takes care of your keys to games. We've got your starting lineups next here on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Bibb Beach and Collier Funeral Homes, Sun Window Company, and Center Locker Service.
Hi, this is Amy at Community State Bank of Missouri. Did you know we offer health savings accounts? If you have a high deductible health plan, you may qualify for a health savings account. HSAs are designed to help you save your money to help pay your deductible. Talk to your employer about our health savings account and let them know you want to keep your money right here at home. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
At Pike County Memorial Hospital, we know how important athletics are for your kids, but with an active lifestyle of sports comes health risks and safety hazards. As a certified athletic trainer at PCMH, I work closely with our primary care physicians, orthopedic doctors, and physical therapists. We can make a difference between safe play and dangerous injuries for your athletes. Working with Bowling Green, Clopton, and Louisiana schools, our goal is to provide the best possible outcome for your athletes. I'm Eric Schaefer, certified athletic trainer at Pike County Memorial Hospital. I'm at work while your athletes are at play.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
This is Tara Grody, and People's Savings Bank is excited to announce the Bobcat debit card. People's Savings Bank believes in giving back to the communities we serve, and that begins with the school district. Every time you use your Bobcat debit card as a credit, People's Savings Bank will give the school district 5 cents. That may not sound like a lot of money, but since starting this program 6 years ago, PSB has been able to give back over $120,000. Open an account online at ourpsb.com or stop by our branch. We are the one with a bright blue roof. Start earning the Bowling Green School District money today just by using your debit card. Member FDIC.
The best coverage of high school sports on KJFM is brought to you by County Market in Louisiana and Vandalia, Perkins Electrical Services, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
Well, it looks like they're going to get started a little early here for me this afternoon, but so let's run down as Clopton's already in the field. So let's start with Wright City. Leading off is going to be their center fielder, Dwayne Roberts. Over on third base, Nick Moore. On the mound this afternoon will be Hayden Waters. In left field, Jake Orff, my apologies. On first base, Bryce Williams. DHing this afternoon will be Jake Mitz. He'll be DHing for the pitcher this evening. Behind the plate is Jack, Goughenour. So we're going to call him Jack. How about that? How about Jack G? Over on second base, it'll be Zach Rodriguez. Out in right field, Trey Brakensick. And in shortstop, Devin Faust. So that is your look at the offense for Wright City. Let's set the defense, go around the horn here for the Hawks this afternoon. Over on third base, we have Tyler Jarrett. At shortstop, Peter Dakalakis. Over at second base, that's Mickey Mayuro. Over on first, James Matheny. James Matheny. Out in left field, Adam Matheny. In center field, it's got John Grillo. And over in right field, it is Tucker Salmons. And on the mound, we've got Jordan Genuine. Behind the plate this afternoon is Tyler Kuntz. We are ready as we step in. First batter up is Mick Roberts for the Wildcats. Genuine gets a sign, enters the windup, looks at ball one. So in steps in. Ball inside. Ball two. 2 balls, no strikes. So we're just getting started here at Clopton High School. And they got the call on that one. So 2 balls, 1 strike. They fouled that one off so quickly. 2 balls and 2 strikes for Mick Roberts. As Genuine fires this one, ball high, full count. They connect there, right back to Genuine. Knocks his hat off, is able to get it, fires over to first, and we have our first out. Nice job for the first out for the Hawks. So 1 out. And that steps in Nick Moore. Moore looks. Ball hits that inside corner from Genuine for strike 1. Got a few little sprinkles falling here at Clopton High School, but nothing too major. Ball high. Evens it up for a ball and a strike. We'll talk about the Clopton seniors coming up in just a little bit as Genuine fires a swing there, and it's fouled off. Ball outside. 2-2. High fly ball. Calling for it over at second base is Mayuro. And he nabs it. 2 outs. And that brings up the pitcher, Hayden Waters. Waters wears number 24 for the Wildcats. 2 outs here in the top of the first. So we're just getting started here at Clopton High School. Genowine gets the sign from Kuntz. Enters his windup. Ball outside. Genowine's done a nice job so far here in the first, able to get pitches around the plate so they can try and attack. And just like that, Waters fouls one off. 1 ball, 1 strike. On deck, if Waters can continue the inning, is Orff. Genowine again quickly enters his windup. He connects with this one, clear out to right field. It could go over the fence, and it falls right in front. They've got the first hit of the afternoon, and it's going to be held to a single. And, of course, their coach wants to know why they weren't on second, because it basically rolled to the fence out in left field. Matheny had to track it down. And again, that held Waters on first. And then comes the left-handed batter, Jake Orff. On deck now. Oh, we've got a pinch runner. Let's see if I can read that number. I believe that is Bachman. All right, Jake Orff in now for the Wildcats with 1 on, 2 outs. As we're still scoreless here at Clopton this afternoon. Genowine in there. Coots comes up firing down to second base. And it's close, but he's safe. Kuntz jumped up quickly, fired the ball down there. It was just a tad bit late. And Genowine looks in for a sign. Runner now in scoring position for the Wildcats. And they connect to this one. Out to left field. Matheny's got an eye on it. He's looking. It's going to drop, and it's going to score a run. And it's a double for Orff. So an RBI double as Matheny lost it. He must have lost it as he was looking towards the little bit of a sun, the haze, and it fell right in front of him. And 3, and we're headed to the bottom of the first as Clopton holds Wright City to 1 run, 1-0, as you're listening to high school baseball on Eagle 102.
Eagle 102 Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Loyalty Dogs, Crazy Ladies Garden Center, and Niebuhr Funeral Homes.
Royal Banks is your community bank with locations throughout St. Louis, St. Charles, Northeast Missouri, Granite City, and Jerseyville, Illinois. A Royal Bank branch is not far away. Royal Banks bring experienced staff and products and services designed to meet your professional and personal financial needs. Investing in our communities, one client at a time. Call 314-212-1500 today. Royal Banks of Missouri. Member FDIC and equal opportunity lender.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Family Drug is your locally owned pharmacy, and their pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because just like you, they support their community. Family Drug, locally owned and hometown proud on Georgia Street in Louisiana.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock agent, and Bowie General Services.
Let's talk about the lineup for the Hawks, Wright City. As we mentioned, on the mound is Waters. Behind the plate is, well, I think we said we were going to call him Jack G. Gowan. Yeah, I'm much Goughenour. Yeah, we'll call him Jack again. Over on first base, we've got Bryce Williams. Second base is Zach Rodriguez. At shortstop is a Faust. That's Devin Faust. On third base, we've got Nick Moore. Out in right field, Jake Orff. In center field, Dwayne McRoberts. And over in right field, as Genuine hits this one, and they right back to the pitcher. And Waters runs it over to first base for the first out. So McRoberts over center field, and out in right field is Trey Breckensick. So 1 out as Tyler Kuntz steps up. And Kuntz looks at strike 1. Kuntz stands in, looks for the pitch from Waters. Waters with a little bit of heat throws it in there as Kuntz fouls it off for strike 2. So no balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Wright City leads 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. Kuntz, one of the seniors this afternoon, wears number 4 on his back on the gray jersey. He tips this one right back to the pitcher Waters, and there's another out as he underhands it over to first base. So another 1-3 put out from Waters to Williams, and it's quickly 2 outs, and in steps Jarrett. Now this is where Wright City did a lot of their scoring was with 2 outs. Well, they got their hits and stuff, and that's where it came with 2 outs. So in steps the leader in batting averages right now is Jarrett. He looks at ball high inside for ball 1.
Missouri Title Company.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile with the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account. You'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
On every journey, you should enjoy peace of mind. I'm Corey Buchanan. At Pike County Mutual Insurance Company, we take pride in keeping you protected. That's why we offer discounts for good students, safe driving, and more. Trust us to look out for the road ahead. For a free insurance quote on your home, auto, farm, or ATV needs, give myself or
Shelley Clucky
a call today. Pike County Mutual Insurance Company, on the square in Bowling Green.
Some of my fondest childhood memories are from volunteering with my grandmother. Helping others was her passion. She'd always say, the sweetest fruits of life come from serving others. And she was right.
At Shelter Insurance, we strive to make a positive impact in the communities where we work and live.
See me, Tim Jenkins, at 3404 Georgia Street for a free insurance review. Follow area high.
So Bryce Williams makes his way back to the plate. He was standing there when Tyler Kuntz threw out Jake Orff over at third base on the steal, and it was ball 1 from Genuine. This time, he tried to paint that outside corner and just missed. So 2 balls, no strikes to Williams. Followed by Jake Mitz, who's the designated hitter, and then Rodriguez. Ball high. So 3 balls from Genuine to Williams. 1-0 is our score. Wildcats lead this one in the top of the second. Genuine sets, goes into the stretch. Ball low and away, and there's his first walk of the afternoon. Oops. Couple base runners for Wright City last time. Waters came around and scored. Actually, Bachman came around to score. Jake Orff was thrown out trying to steal third. Jake Mitz in now, the designated hitter. As Genuine looks back, they check on Williams over at first with a throw to Matheny. He's back in there safely, throws it back to Genuine. Let's see, Coach Ryan Raderman over, I believe, on third base for Wright City, hollering out the plays. Looks to lay down a bunt. Here comes another steal. Throws down second base. Oh, it was just a little high. Wasn't able to get the tag on. So Williams is safe on the steal. Kuntz has shown his arm strength this afternoon a couple times already. Getting Mitts in the batter's box. And Tyler Kuntz gets that failed bunt for the out. So that brings in Rodriguez with one out. Williams out on second. That was Jake Mitts that just fouled out, and Tyler Kuntz caught that foul ball. Jordan Genowine looks into Kuntz for the sign. And there's this windup. There's a big cut for strike one from Rodriguez. Genowine gives a little peek back at Williams. And he gets a strike, too. A little delayed call there, so no balls, 2 strikes to Rodriguez. Wright City has white bottoms, and then their top is blue, gold, and white striped. Horizontal. Strike 3. They throw it down to first, and they're saying, nope, it's safe. So even though it was a strikeout, he's safe on first. So that was a E2, and that brings in Breakensake with runners on first and second with one out. 1-0 is our score. Wright City leads this one. We're in the top of the second. Genowine looks in, fires it in. High fly ball. Looks like Kuntz is going to get. No, Genowine gets it this time for the pop-up. So 2 out, and that brings in the number 9 hole hitter, Faust. All high and away. 2 balls, no strikes. Genowine quickly goes into his windup. Contact there, right back to us for strike 1. As people continue to roll in here a little later this afternoon. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here. Again, top of the second. Wright City leads this one 1-0. There's strike 2. See if fouls that one off. As Genowine fires this one in, fouls this one off again. It's in foul territory. Matheny hits it, grabs it out, and it's an out, and we're headed to the bottom of the second. Your score is still 1-0. Wright City leads Clopton here on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Advanced Physical Therapy, Rick Rodhouse Insurance Agency,
and Walter Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
The area's best coverage of high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Pike County Health Department, People's Savings Bank, and All Parts.
For the Hawks, we've got up here in the bottom of the second, Peter Daskalakis, John Grillo, and James Matheny. If anybody gets on, Adam Matheny. Assistant coach Luke Hemphill running over to the first base line. Head coach Tony Francis standing over on third, giving the signs. Daskalakis steps in and takes a big cut, strike 1. Water still on the mound for the Wildcats as he looks and fires this one in. Fouling it off is Peter. So no balls, 2 strikes to start here at the bottom of the second. Waters again gets the sign he likes. And reaching for it was Daskalakis. And there's out number 1 with the first strikeout of the afternoon. So center fielder John Grillo steps in. John wears number 24 for the Hawks on his gray uniform. Black numbers, white outline. Waters very quickly. Grillo gets this one over to the second baseman to Faust. Faust comes up. He can't get it over, and Clopton has their first base runner of the afternoon with that single. So that brings in James Matheny. James, the first baseman. Steps in. Waters gets his sign. Quickly fires one right down the middle for strike one. Wright City leads this one 1-0 here in the bottom of the second. Matheny shows strike. Wasn't able to pull the bat back quick enough, and it's quickly 0-2. Waters. And there's a big swing there by Matheny for strikeout number 2. So now 2 outs for the Hawks, and that brings up Adam Matheny. If he can extend this one, it'll bring in Tucker Salmons. Ball on the outside. And Grillo had gotten a little bit of a lead there. They tried to throw him out as he dove back into first, so he's in there safely. But Wright City's definitely keeping an eye on him now. Big cut in there by Adam. Makes it 1 ball, 1 strike. Waters gives a peek at Grillo over there on first. Fires this one in. Ball outside. Grillo goes for the steal over at second. He's going to stand up in there safely. So 2 balls. We'll see. I have his 2 balls, 1 strike. No, 1 ball, 2 strikes. I had it backwards. Waters again. Winds and fires. Ball outside. Now it's 2-2. Clopton's got a runner in scoring position with Grillo out on second. Waters gives a little bit of a glance back to him. Looks for a sign. And there's a big cut, big swing in there by Adam, and that's out number 3. 3 strikeouts here in this inning, and we're headed to the top of the third, where Wright City still leads Clopton 1-0 in this EMO conference matchup on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Castile's Color Wheel, PJ's Salon, and Meyer Implement Company.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Don't have time to stop by the bank? That's not a problem if you're a customer of People's Bank and Trust. With our mobile and online banking service, you can now bank from anywhere. Deposit checks, pay bills, transfer funds between accounts, check the latest activity on your account, and view images of your checks, all from the convenience of your desktop and smartphone. So start banking on your schedule and download the People's Bank and Trust app today. People's Bank and Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, Pike County Memorial Hospital, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
All right, we're at the top of the lineup now for Wright City. Dwayne McRoberts, he hit it back to the pitcher in the first. Takes the ball outside. And he's hit by a pitch. So that'll put Roberts on first base for the Wright City. And that'll bring up Nick Moore. So Jenna Wine takes a moment, waits for Kuntz to get settled behind the plate, and in steps Moore. Moore popped it up his last, throw it back to first. He's in there safely. Ball gets away. He's going to advance to at least second. He's in there standing up. So Genowine on the mound for the Hawks. Looks for the sign from Kuntz. McRoberts dancing around over on second base. He winds and fires, looks for lay down the bunt. Try to throw him out third. So Genowine looks inside to Kuntz. He comes set. Fires one in there. Gets away. McRoberts is going to come in to score. McRoberts with some speed. And it's 2-0 in favor of Wright City. Oh, 1 ball, 1 strike. That is 2 more. Now the base is empty. And now he's standing over on third with no outs. 2-0 is our score here at the top of the third. And that'll bring in the pitcher, Waters. Genowine, Jarrett, Kuntz all have a conference out there along with Mayuro. Now everybody's back to their respected positions with Moore over on third. Big cut from Waters is a strike for the pitcher. So back in and set is Genowine. Fires one in there high, right about the eyeballs. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Oh, ball just missed off that inside corner for ball number 2 to Waters. Genowine again comes set on the mound. Fires it in there. This time misses. Oh, no. Calls a late strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Genowine again fires this one in there. It goes a little low. Kuntz stops it from getting away from him. And full count. Orff on deck for the Wildcats as Genowine comes set. Winds and fires. Waters fouls this one off to stay alive. They look to get this one thrown back in, and Genowine waits for it. Now he gets it. Takes off his hat for a little thank you tip to the Wright City coach who gets him the ball. Waters in the batter's box. He's a right-handed batter, waiting for the pitch from Genowine. They throw back to third. Able to reel it in is Jarrett as Moore slides back in safely. No outs here in the top of the third. 2-0 our score. Wright City leads this one as Genowine throws one in there. High fly ball from Waters. Out in center field is Grillo. He's calling for it, and it falls, and there's going to be another run scored. And Waters, I tell you what, I thought maybe he was going to try and make it in the park home run as he gets in there at the stand-up triple. And that was an RBI as Moore makes it around home easily. And that'll bring in Jake Orff. So 3-0 is our score in the top of the third. Nobody out. Orff, the left-handed batter, takes the ball inside from Genowine. It was Orff that was thrown out at third to end the first on a steal. His last at bat. Kuntz gets set behind the plate. He shows bunt, lays it down the third base line. No problem. In comes Bachman. And Orff is safe over on first with the bunt. Now it's 4-0. No outs, top of the third. And we're to Bryce Williams. He's the lone walk of the afternoon as Orff stands over on first. He hits it down the third base line. Jarrett scoops it up, fires it over to first, and there's the out. Orff was off on that one. He advances to second on the 5-3 putout for the first out as that brings in Jake Mitz. So 1 out, 4-0 is our score here in the top of the third. Orff standing out on second base. Genowine takes a look back, comes set. Fires this one in there. It fouls it off of Kuntz's helmet. Has to chase it down for strike one. Mitz got the second out of the second inning as he popped it up in foul territory, and Kuntz was able to reel it in. Genowine again comes set. Kuntz holds his target behind the plate. Dancing out on first is Orff. Genowine fires. High fly ball. James Matheny's calling for it in foul territory, and he gets it. So that's out number 2, and now bring in Rodriguez. So Genowine fires this one low, and it gets away, and advancing on the pass ball is Orff. So now he stands at third. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the third. 4-3 our score. Wright City leads Clopton. Connects down the third base line, but it's on the wrong side. So foul ball. Rodriguez stands back in. Genowine back on the mound. Looks into Kuntz for the sign. Comes set. Ball in the dirt, and it gets away from Kuntz. And coming home to score is Orff as the throw gets away from Kuntz and Genowine. So 5-0 now is our score here in the top of the third. Three balls, 1 strike to Rodriguez. Here, 2 outs. Genowine, ball low in the dirt, another walk. Breaking sick now with 1 on for Wright City. 2 outs. Genowine hoping just to get out of this one. As he looks back, Rodriguez looks to advance. Kuntz comes up firing a bullet down, and he's in safe. So again, another runner in scoring position. Oh, they call that a strike. Ball outside. Now it evens it up, 1 ball and 1 strike. as Rodriguez holds over on second. Ball low. Kuntz can't get a hold of it. They're going to get him at... No, they're going to say got in under the tag. As Kuntz threw down and the ball fell in front of him. He threw down that was just a tad bit high. Maybe a half second late with the tag from Jarrett. So 2 balls, 1 strike with runner on third. 2 outs here in the top of the third. Wright City leads 5-0. And they connect with this one. Mayuro stops it over on second, and he gets the third out. So leaves a runner stranded on that 4-3 put out to end the inning. We're headed to the bottom of the third. Wright City leads Clopton at 5-3 as you're listening to high school baseball on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Bibb Beach and Collier Funeral Homes, Sun Window Company, and Center Locker Service.
Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice is seeking compassionate nurses to join our work family. We offer competitive pay, great benefits, and flexible scheduling. Don't wait. Apply today at pikecountyhealth.org.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
Follow area high school sports on KJFM Radio. Brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Young Enterprises, and Family Drug.
Well, Clopton needs some offense here as they're down 5-0 here in the bottom of the third. Some errors have kind of plagued the Hawks this afternoon on senior night. And let's talk about those 4 seniors. Stephen Henderson. Stephen is the son of Johnny and Angela Henderson of Clarksville. He plans to attend a civil and agricultural engineering degree from Missouri S&T in Rolla. Well, we'll get to more of that now after Tucker. Tucker Salmon's up. Hits it right down to the third base line. Comes up firing. They're able to scoop it up for out number 1. So 1 pitch, 1 out. And that'll bring up Mickey Mayuro. Tyler Kuntz is one of the other seniors for Clopton, of course. Or excuse me, let's start. Tyler Jarrett is the son of Mike and Nikki Jarrett of Yoli. He plans to attend heavy equipment school and start his own business. It looks like we're going to have a DH for Mickey, possibly. Tyler Kuntz is the son of Aaron and Christy Kuntz of Eolia. He plans to work as a plumber for Ambassador Plumbing. And the Malik Marshall is the son of Don Starks of Clarksville and Gary Marshall of O'Fallon. And Malik plans to attend Lindenwood and major in sports, media, and computer science. So congratulations to them. So number 22. So he is in here in the third. Standing in, number 22. Batting for Mickey Mayuro. Ball low and inside. So he wears, as I mentioned, 22. As Waters throws another one low and inside. 2 balls, no strikes to Henderson. Ball low and away. 3 balls, no strikes as Waters is trying to keep it low, hoping to get him to pop out. Waters throws this one in, and there's strike 1. 5-0 is our score. He'll walk it off as he goes to take a minute, talk to Coach Francis. Kind of dig themselves in there. And Mickey Mayuro is going to come in and finish his at-bat for him. As he's hurt, Eric Schaefer from Pike County Memorial Hospital heads over to take a look at him. So 3 balls, 2 strikes as Mickey steps in. Waters looks in. Throws this one, and he holds up. And they call a walk. So Mickey gets the walk and gets on base for the Hawks, and that'll bring up Genowine. The on-deck circle is Kuntz. So they had to appeal to Dorsey. He said no, he held up his swing. So Mayero over on first as Water throws it in now to Genowine, and he looks at strike one. Genowine hit it, well, in fact, Genowine, Kuntz, and Jarrett all hit it back to the pitcher, their first at-bats in the bottom of the first. We're in the bottom of the third. Waters gets it in there as Genowine looks at strike two. So 1 out, 1 on for the Hawks. Ball outside for Genowine. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Waters gives the nod. And Genowine goes down on strikes for the second out, and that brings up Kuntz. On deck is Jarrett. So Waters, again, quickly comes set. Ball high and inside. Mayero standing over on first for the Hawks. As Waters looks in for a sign. With it, and there's strike one.
It's Mayero, not Mickey.
Sorry.
That's okay.
With it, Kuntz looks at ball outside. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Fouls this one off. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sorry, Mikey, as I was calling you Mickey. So Mikey Mayero standing over on first. That's what happens when you write it down wrong. They get a check on him. He's back in safe. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Kuntz. Deuce is wild. Call a timeout as a throw back to the pitcher gets away. Waters looks, now fires. Ball low. Mayero over at second. He gets in there safely as the ball gets away and heads out to center field. They'll hold him at second. A full count to Kuntz. Three balls, 2 strikes. Waters gives the nod. Comes set. Kuntz fouls this one off to stay alive. Tyler Jarrett in the on-deck circle, hoping Kuntz can extend this inning. As we're in the bottom of the third, Wildcats lead this one 5-0. Waters gives us a check back. Ball in the dirt. So walk for Kuntz. And you got runners on for Tyler Jarrett. Mayero out on second. Kuntz on first. Jarrett at bat. Waters looks in, gives a nod, likes the sign. He comes set. Fires this one in there for strike one. Second baseman and the shortstop are both bouncing around to second base, waiting for Waters to throw it that way, but he throws towards home plate instead, and there's ball one. So 1 ball and 1 strike. That's Faust and Rodriguez both bouncing around out there as Waters thinks about putting check in on Mayuro. Ball inside. 2 balls, 1 strike to Jarrett. Looking for the pitch. Spins around. Throws it back. They're saying Mayuro was in under the tag. Still 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here. Bottom of the third. 5-0 is our score. Wright City leads as the Hawks have runners on first and second. Jarrett connects with this one. Out to left field. They're underneath of it, and there's out number 3, and that's going to leave 2 stranded as we head to the top of the 4th as Wright City leads Clopton 5-0 here on Eagle 102.
Eagle 102 Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Loyalty Dogs, Crazy Ladies Garden Center, and Niebuhr Funeral Homes.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego Tractor. You can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
At Pike County Memorial Hospital, we know how important athletics are for your kids, but with an active lifestyle of sports come health risks and safety hazards. As a certified athletic trainer at Pike County Memorial Hospital, I work closely with our primary care physicians, orthopedic doctors, and physical therapists. We can make a difference between safe play and dangerous injuries for your athletes. Working with Bowling Green, Clopton, and Louisiana schools, our goal is to provide the best possible outcome for your athlete. I'm Casey Sutton, certified athletic trainer with Pike County Memorial Hospital. I'm at work while your athletes are at play.
Royal Banks is your community bank with locations throughout St. Louis, St. Charles, Northeast Missouri, Granite City, and Jerseyville, Illinois. A Royal Bank branch is not far away. Royal Banks bring experienced staff and products and services designed to meet your professional and personal financial needs. Investing in our communities, one client at a time. Call 314-212-1500 today. Royal Banks of Missouri, member FDIC and equal opportunity lender.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102. Brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicki Cadwalder, Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Looks like Malik Marshall has entered the game. He stands out in right field, I believe, if I can see that far. As it looks like we're at the bottom of the lineup for Wright City. It's going to be Faust, and we head to top of the lineup as McRoberts and Moore, and if anybody can get on, Waters. So Faust connects with first, and it's foul for strike 1. Genowine still on the mound for the Hawks. Faust looks for a bunt. They're going to call no. I'm going to say he made contact with it as he stepped out of the batter's box, so they'll call it foul. So no balls and 2 strikes here to start the top of the 4th. 5-0 our score. Wright City leads this one. Genowine looks into Kuntz. Throws ball, gets away from him, and it's actually behind the batter. So now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Genowine looks in. Ball outside. Evens it up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And he connects with this one. Out to left field. Matheny's under it, and there's out number 1. And that'll bring up McRoberts. McRoberts had fun his last at bat as he ended up with a single. And he went from first, eventually all the way around to third, and came on home. He started the scoring of the 4 runs crossing the plate for the Wildcats is in the top of the 3rd. Strike 1 from Genowine to McRoberts. Genowine pitches one down, and it's right up the middle. He's going to hold it first. But Genowine, I think, had to check his baseball cap as it went past him that close. So a runner on, and that brings up Moore. Moore got on with an error from the Hawks. So 1 out here in the top of the 4th. Moore stands in as Genowine looks inside. McRoberts has a lot of speed, so they're going to check on him over at first. He slides back in safely. Genowine comes set on the mound. Back to first. And they're saying no. Under the tag again. So Genowine gives a little view back. McRoberts jumps off. Nice big lead once again. Throws it back a third time. The Hawks feel fairly comfortable knowing that as soon as Genowine throws to Horham, McRoberts is off, and just like that he is. Out to second, gets past, throws too high. But the Hawks able to keep it in and hold them on second. Oops. In case you're wondering, they threw that in there for a strike. Fairly confident that McRoberts is going to make his way to third. Tries to lay down a bunt. It's fouled. Kuntz does his best to nab another one in the foul territory. Wind kind of took it and carried it. So no balls and 2 strikes. 2 more. McRoberts was off to the races. McRoberts jumping around back towards second. Genowine fires this one in there and fouls it off again. 5-0 is our score. Wildcats lead the Hawks here in the top of the 4th. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. With the runner on second for the Wildcats. And it hit by a pitch. As it hits Moore in the kneecap. And that'll bring up the pitcher, Water. Hayden Waters has been on the mound this evening for Wright City. He came around to score. Done RBI's last at bat. It's a high fly ball. Looks like it's going to be in foul territory and out of play. Wright City head coach calls a timeout and wants to talk to Waters. Waters, he points out where he's swinging to and brings him back. Kind of asking, like, what are you swinging at? Where's that going? So Kuntz makes his way back behind home plate. Genowine throws, and we've got ourselves a situation. McRoberts slides in, and it's going to get away. Thought he was going to get up and run to home, but everybody just advances a base, so McRoberts is now standing on third. Moore's over on second. Genowine comes set now. Ball low. 1 ball, 1 strike to Waters. This time he looked at a strike. That found that outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Ball outside just missed. Kuntz gives the sign. Genuine comes set. Winds and fires. Ball inside. About got his elbow. So he pulled it in to avoid getting grazed, and it takes it to a full count. And another walk. And the bases are loaded now for the Wildcats. Got a timeout. Coach Francis makes his way to. They go have a little mound meeting. As Coach Francis talks to the home plate umpire, kind of curious, wanting to know maybe where some of those pitches are missing at from Genuine. Gives them a minute to discuss what they're doing here at the bases loaded. So that takes care of the meeting. Everybody back to their places. And in steps Jake Orff. One out. Orff, the left-handed batter, steps in for the Wildcats. Genuine looks in. Ball. Dwayne Roberts scrambles to get back to third. He kind of slipped and he basically crab crawled all the way back in. Looks for a bunt, ball outside. Kuntz comes up throwing, looks to put Roberts back. Roberts gets a big lead. He has a lot of speed. So 2 balls, no strikes. Ball high. And the Hawks, can't imagine they're wanting to walk in a run. As shows bunt again. Ball gets away. And it was a walk. So run comes in and the bases remain loaded. And that'll bring in Williams. Well, I had it. Oh, he must have called it. He must have called that one a strike. Although, I think we all thought that was ball 4 because even the scoreboard had cleared it off. So, let's try this again. So, Jerry Dorsey talked a little bit with Genuine, maybe about his approach. And so now Coach Tony Francis kind of wants to know what Dorsey said to him. Explain a few things. So they're having a little chat. And now he's going to have a word with Genuine. Tips it. While they have a timeout, the 2 runners for the Wildcats have a conversation. So 6-0 is our score here in the top of the 4th. 3 balls, 1 strike. One out. So Orff, he puts this one quickly, tries to lay down another bunt. And it's down the third base line, foul territory. So full count. Genuine looks in. And they connect with this one. High fly ball out to left field. Matheny chases it down. He makes the catch. But another run is going to score. So makes it, whoops. 7-0 with 2 outs. So Wildcats still have a runner. Bachman standing over on third. As Williams steps in and looks at ball one. So 7-0 is our score. We're in the top of the fourth. 2 outs. Genuine fires it in. Ball low. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. See, connects. It's a high fly ball. It's going to be out of play for strike 1. Williams steps out, takes a couple practice swings. Now back in. This one's out of play as well. So Deuces Wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the fourth. 7-0 is our score. Wright City leads Clopton here at Clopton High School on senior night. Genuine on the mound for the Hawks. Gets the sign from Kuntz. And there's his windup. Ball outside. Full count. Williams walked at his first at bat. And ball low. Genuine looks. And they're looking for a possible pickoff. And we got a run that's going to come in as they've got Williams in a rundown. And they got him out. But not after a run scores. And we're headed to the bottom of the fourth as Wright City leads Clopton 8-0. You're listening to high school baseball on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Lynn's Heritage House, Ackles Farm Market, and Northeast Missouri Title Company.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Family Drug is your locally owned pharmacy, and their pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because just like you, they support their community. Family Drug, locally owned and hometown proud on Georgia Street in Louisiana.
Welcome to Vast National Bank. How can I help you?
Hey, I'm here to talk to someone about a loan.
Oh, I'll grab you the L97B. We call it the Just Talking form.
What about actually applying for a loan?
Oh my, let me pop in the toner cartridge. Hey Bill, you want to pass me the big stapler?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go to People's Savings Bank.
Skip the mega banks. When you need a loan, visit People's Savings Bank. The people you know and trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The most complete coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102, and it's brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Mercantile Bank, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
All right, for the Hawks. His last at bat, Peter struck out. He went down swinging. Waters still on the mound for the Wildcats. Waters gets his sign. Winds and fires. Ball inside. Kind of gets away. And asked Peter how to get out of the way before he got hit there. And he connects with this one. Oh, it's out into center field with the single. Is Peter. He's standing over on first. Grillo is up now. And it looks like the bat was up. Now they need to get it back in. So Grillo will stand in now. As Waters looks for his sign, they call play. They put a check on Peter over on first. Slides back in safely. Waters comes set. As a big swing down low from Grillo. Peter holds over on first as Grillo steps back in. Put a check on him again as well. 8-4 is our score here in the bottom of the fourth. It's been all Wright City in this EMO conference matchup on senior night here at Clopton High School. Waters fires this one in. It's low for the ball, so one ball, one strike to Grillo. Matheny, both in, and then Marshall, I believe. We'll check and see if Marshall comes. Connecting with this one's Grillo. Wright City looks for the double play. And nope, they're only able to get Peter over at second. Got the lead runner. And that'll bring up James Matheny. So James will step up. On deck is Adam. One out here in the bottom of the fourth. Grillo over on first. As Waters comes set. High fly ball. It's going to be in foul territory. Out of play. Wright City put up a run in the first, and then 4 in the third, and 3 in the fourth. Give you the 8-0 lead here in the bottom of the fourth. Grillo standing over on first for the Hawks with one out. Waters takes a look back, comes set. Steps off, throws over, the ball gets away. Grillo up, advancing to second. And he's in there standing on second. So runner in scoring position now for the Hawks. One out for Clopton. Coach Francis gives the signs. Nobody there to hold Grillo as Matheny takes a big strike. Big swing. Just barely misses. No balls, 2 strikes. Oh, now he's back to his own position. Waters fires. And there's a strikeout for Marshall on deck. Adam Matheny waits. Now they delivers. Connects with this one straight to the third baseman, and he's going to reach over and just tag Grillo out for the third out, and we are headed to the top of the fifth as Wright City leads this one 8-0. You're listening to High School Baseball on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Advanced Physical Therapy, Rick Wright Insurance Agency, and Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service, but did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile with the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account. You'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
On every journey, you should enjoy peace of mind. I'm Corey Buchanan at Pike County Mutual Insurance Company. We take pride in keeping you protected. That's why we offer discounts for good students, safe driving, and more. Trust us to look out for the road ahead. For a free insurance quote on your home, auto, farm, or ATV needs, give myself or
Shelley Clucky
a call today. Pike County Mutual Insurance Company on the square in Bowling Green.
The best coverage of high school sports on KJFM is brought to you by County Market in Louisiana and Vandalia, Perkins Electrical Services, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
All right, so we've changed up the infield a little bit. We've got Peters on the mound now. You've got Genowine behind the plate and Coons over at shortstop. So Daskalakis on the mound. I'm still chopping that up, unfortunately. I do apologize to the family. So we'll continue sticking with Peter. And it looks like it's going to be Mitts up to bat for Wright City here in the top of the fifth. Mitts stands in. As Peter comes set, he winds and fires. Again, very quick delivery. Ball outside. Connects with this one. Mitts. It goes right down that third base line out to right field. Matheny has a ways to go to track it down. Mitts is going to be standing up with a double at second base. So runner on as that brings in Rodriguez for the Wildcats. Here in the top of the fifth, 8-0 as our scores. Wright City leads this one. So Genowine flashes a sign to Peter. He agrees, comes set. Looks back at Mitts over at second. And tries to get in a pickoff. And gets in under the tag as Jarrett has to go up to get that one. So just barely slides in underneath that as the Hawks try to pick him off. So now with the runner at third. Mitts stands on third. Rodriguez in the batter's box, waiting for his first delivery. And he gets it, and it misses just outside. Ball one. Peter looks over at Mitts on third. This one's down in the dirt. Genowine able to keep it close. 2 balls, no strikes. No outs with a runner on third for the Wildcats. 8-0 is our score in the top of the fifth. He can connect with this one, but it's down the third base line. And look at the Wright City coach, man. He's got some hands as he's able to nab that one up and gets it right back to the pitcher for the Hawks. Clopton's coaches give him an attaboy. Ball high. 3 balls, 1 strike. Hawks needing to stop the bleeding here. There's the first walk for Peter this afternoon. And you have runners at the corners for Breakensick. No outs. Genowine stands up. Looks out to his defense. Sets it up as they've got those runners at the corners with no outs. Peter looks in, winds, ball high. They're going to let him advance to second. So now with Rodriguez at second, Mitts at third for the Wildcats. No outs here in the top of the fifth. There's a strike from Peter. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Genowine again sets behind the plate. Shows location. Peter sends one high. Genowine throws down. It gets away from him. We got a run that's going to score. And so Mitz comes across. Rodriguez advances to third. And it's 9-0. He swung at that high fastball. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one just a little out of the zone. Evens it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. No outs here in the top of the 5th. 9-0 our scores. The Wildcats lead. Ball low and in the dirt. Full count. Breaking sick in there. Connects with this one. It's a high fly ball. Mayuro calls for it at second. He gets the out. First out of the night, or of the inning. That'll bring up Faust. So with 1 out, number 9 hitter steps in. He flew out to center field his last at bat. Shows bunt and gets the strike. Wildcats still have a runner over on third. That's Rodriguez. And he swings away. Right to the first baseman, gets away from him. And the run scores. And the Wildcats have another runner. As the infield for the Hawks basically couldn't get a hold of loose baseball and allowed them to score. Or excuse me, allowed them to advance to first and brought Rodriguez home. And it's 10 runs on the board now for the Wildcats. We're at the top of the order with McRoberts. Check back on Faust. He slides in safely. And again, my thoughts are that a couple of these players just like to get the uniform dirty as Faust takes off. Genowine throws down. Kuntz is there, but he slides in safely. One out here in the top of the 5th. 10-0 is our score. McRoberts still waiting for his first delivery. Oh, he got it, I'm sorry, and it was a ball. He's waiting for the next delivery is what I meant to say. He connects with this one. It's out to right field. Marshall comes in. Can't make the catch. Faust comes around. McRoberts is already at third. So it's a stand-up triple. As Faust made his way around the base pads quickly as well. Makes it 11-0. To be quite honest with you, with McRoberts' speed, I'm kind of surprised you don't see him on the track team. Peter steps off. Now everybody says Moore steps back in the batter's box. He tries to bunt and foul. So McRoberts has to head back to third. One out here in the top of the 5th. Peter comes set for the Hawks. He delivers. They lay down the bunt. Coming home with it was Peter, however. Safe at home plate was McRoberts. And there's a bunt now for Moore. Left him on first. On that fielder's choice. That brings in the pitcher, Waters. So Moore standing on first. Still only one out. 12-0 is our score. They get a check on Moore. He slides in safely. As Peter delivers. Hits the inside corner for a strike. And on that, Moore advances to second. So no balls, one strike. Tries to paint that outside corner and just misses. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. He goes looking for maybe a little golfing there. Waters does as he dips down, tries to connect with that one. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that one bounces, gets away. And now Moore will advance to third. And evens the count up 2 balls and 2 strikes. High fly ball. Matheny's calling for it over on the first baseline in foul territory. He gets it. So that's 2 outs now. Hawks looking to get Jake Orff here and get to the bottom of the inning, see if they can get some runs on the board to extend this game. Foul ball. Right back at us. We're right behind home plate. Waters was on, excuse me, that's Bryce Williams in the on-deck circle. Chases down the loose basketball. Wrong sport, Marianne, the loose baseball. Ball high. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Orff. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. 12-0 is our scores. Wright City leads. Ball inside. Have a JV match following this one, I believe. Ball high, and goes high to get it. Want to remind you, we've got more baseball action coming your way tomorrow evening. This is more EMO Conference matchup as Louisiana Bulldogs host the Van Far Indians. That game's been pushed back to 6 o'clock, so it's a 5:45 pregame, 6 o'clock first pitch. And ball 4. Runners at the corners now. Jim Ross and myself will have the call for you from Wallace Memorial Park. As it's hard to believe baseball season only has a couple weeks left. We're into postseason. Inside, Genowine throws down, and they're going to get him at second. So Genowine throws it down to get the final out. We're headed to the bottom of the 5th as Wright City leads the Hawks 12-0 here on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Castile's Color Wheel, PJ's Salon, and Meyer Implement Company.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes, a taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A taste of Philly. Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
Some of my fondest childhood memories are from volunteering with my grandmother. Helping others was her passion. She'd always say, "The sweetest fruits of life come from serving others." And she was right.
At Shelter Insurance, we strive to make a positive impact in the communities where we work and live.
See me, Tim Jenkins, at 3404 Georgia Street for a free insurance review.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock agent, and Bowie General Services.
We're in the bottom of the 5th where the Hawks need some offense here if they don't want this game to come to an early end as they're down 12-0. It'll be the 8-9-1 hitter, so Malik Marshall will be up first, then Mikey Mayuro and Jordan Genowine, if anybody can get on, Tyler Kuntz. So Malik steps in. Waters still on the mound for the Wildcats. Marshall looks at strike one. Oh, there's ball. So evens it up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Marshall takes a big cut for strike 2. So he looks back. Waters gets the sign. Marshall connects. It's a high fly ball. Out of play. He'll come back and do it again. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Malik. Waters gets a new ball. Back on the mound. Gets the sign he wants. Marshall fouls it off again. He's battling up there in the batter's box. Trying to get something started here for the Hawks in the bottom of the 5th. Waters winds. Ball outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Marshall. He gets a hold of this one. It's in foul territory. Chasing it down is Williams. Out of play. Oh, he caught it. Excuse me. For the first out. And that'll bring in Mikey Mayero. Ball 1. So Mikey stands in. Mikey walked his last at bat in the bottom of the 3rd. Hoping to get on and start something here for the Hawks with 1 out. Ball inside. 2 balls, no strikes to Mayero. Waters staying on that inside, trying to hit that inside corner with no luck. And Mayero took it to a full count in his last at bat. Right now he's 3 balls, no strikes. And he's walked again. And we're back to the top of the order with Genowine and Kuntz. And if they can extend it to Jarrett. Waters looks in. Ball outside. So that's 5 straight ball pitches from Waters. As the wind seems to be picking up just a little bit. Make it 6 straight. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Bottom of the 5th. 12-0 our score. Wright City leads this one. Hawks have a runner on first. Could Waters make it back-to-back walks? As he comes set. There's one down the middle. So 3 balls, 1 strike. That was 7 straight balls from Waters. So he looks in. Genowine connects. Over 2 more. Moore pitches it to second, looking for the double play, and they can't turn it as Genowine's going to advance on as they can't dig it out of the dirt, and he's safe. And that'll bring up Kuntz with 2 outs. And they're going out to have a little talk at the mound. With 2 outs, Wright City looking to put it away here. So Wright City's coach wanting to have a talk with the umpire, Dorsey. I think he thought that he was out at second. Dorsey said nope, he was not. You know, to be honest with you, at this point, you've got a 12-0 lead. You can just head on back to the dugout and go on. So still having a little explanation out there. So again, I want to take a moment to remind you that you can always find a full recap of scores by visiting the scoreboard page daily at kjfmradio.com. And, of course, stay tuned to Eagle 102 Sports. All right, everybody's back in the spot. And Tyler Kuntz looking to extend this one with 2 outs. Kuntz is one of the seniors being honored tonight immediately following this game. Fouls that one off a little bit, or gets a tip of it at least, for strike 1. Waters steps off. So Kuntz takes a step out, now back in the box. Waters comes set. Ball low and in the dirt. Genowine to third. And safe. One ball, one strike to Kuntz. Kuntz takes a big swing. Fouls it out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kuntz looking to extend this one. Try to bring up Jarrett. Ball inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. And the bottom of the 5th. 12-0 is our scores. Wright City leads. Waters shakes it off. Now he finds the pitch he wants. Ball outside, and Kuntz holds up on that one, takes it to a full count. He wanted it. And he got out looking. So that's the 3rd out. That'll end the game, as Wright City's going to win this one by the score of 12-0. We've got your post-game show coming up next here on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 postgame show is coming up.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your year-round indoor facility to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Courtney at 573-324-2193 or Matthew at 573-324-8282 to schedule an appointment and to inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice is seeking compassionate nurses to join our work family. We offer competitive pay, great benefits, and flexible scheduling. Don't wait. Apply today at pikecountyhealth.org.
Follow area high school sports throughout the season on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Shelter Insurance Agent Tim Jenkins, Eolia Landscape Supply, Royal Banks, and a taste of Philly.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. Time now for the Eagle 102 postgame show on KJFM.
Well, we knew Wright City was going to be a tough matchup this evening. As we mentioned in the pregame, you had to do some scoring early and often, and that's what Wright City did, and they end up getting the win by the score of 12-0, picking up another conference title. So we would have to check and see where we stand as far as EMO conference play. Right now, the only EMO conference team that they have lost to is to Ellsbury. So we'd have to see where they stand. But, the Hawks had a lot of errors this evening that they just couldn't get it done with, and it just came back to haunt them throughout the game. Good base running by the Wildcats kept them kept them scoring. And again, the Wright City team ended up picking up the win this afternoon by the score of 12-0. Let's take a break on the post-game show. We'll come back, recap scores from the evening, and set up tomorrow night for you as you've been listening to Area High School Baseball on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Bibb Beach and Collier Funeral Homes, Sun Window Company, and Center Locker Service.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile with the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account. You'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes, a taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A taste of Philly. Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
The area's best coverage of high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Pike County Health Department, People's Savings Bank, and All Parts.
Well, as we mentioned, they are honoring now the 4 seniors here this evening since this game has wrapped up. Stephen Henderson, Tyler Jarrett, Tyler Kuntz, and Malik Marshall all being recognized right now here by the faithful that are sticking around between the games. Again, Clopton fell tonight to this EMO conference matchup by the score of 12-0. Other scores had Pleasant Hill Lady Wolves defeating Triopia 7-0. And we'll continue to update those scores on our scoreboard page at kjfmradio.com. One more reminder, we've got more baseball action coming your way tomorrow evening as the Louisiana Bulldogs play host to the Van Far Indians in the EMO conference battle. Again, that game time has been moved to 6 o'clock. So it's a 5:45 pregame right here on Eagle 102, online at kjfmradio.com, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa. Remember, we'll have full recap of scores for you tomorrow morning, and Eagle 102 Sports begin at 6 a.m. as well. That's going to do it from Clopton High School this evening. Thanks to Brendan for running the board for us back at the station. I'm Marian Everhart. You've been listening to EMO Conference Baseball on Eagle 102.
You've been listening to Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Join us each week as we bring you the best of Area High School Sports on air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. You can find a full recap of scores online and daily during Eagle 102 Sports, all from your area sports leader, KJFM Radio. From